kills one of these jetpack troopers, you can see at times, if you do it right, then he will fly up into the air and explode magnificently with lots and lots of flame.
I have to ask, do you get to fly one of the jetpacks?
That's actually the big thing. Obviously, we've now introduced the jetpack guys, and as Herman makes his way to the top of this, to the bow of this ship, he will actually be able to put on a jetpack himself.
So it's coming.
And it's coming right now.
All right. Oh.
Took one right in the face.
Two deaths, Herman.
Two deaths.
Two deaths.
But again, Rico's there. He'll help you out.
Once again.
Absolutely.
I have to show you how helpful Rico is these days.
So can you talk about sort of enemy AI improvements?
Yeah, absolutely. The enemy AI is something that was very strong in Killzone 2 already, where they were able to respond to situations and basically making sure that no encounter ever played the same. You could go into a room and it would always be different. Lots of different ways to solve the particular encounter. With the larger environments that we have this time around in Killzone 3, there's a lot more routes, both for the player as well as for the AI, which makes encounters all the more fluid. You never know where they are, you never know what to expect. They could be around the corner, they could be up close to you. So we really mixed it up this time around. Obviously the aerial gameplay adds a whole new dimension to it, because all of a sudden they can come from the sky as well. So there's a lot of different things that AI is now capable of. And we make sure that we cater to different kind of gameplay styles. So it's not just your tactical gameplay that we saw in Killzone 2, a lot of ducking behind cover and taking pot shots at the enemy from quite a distance. We also wanted to introduce more run and gun gameplay as well and make sure that there's some mechanics there for people to enjoy as well. So this time around we introduced something called brutal melees, which again goes back to kind of what we did for Killzone 1, where you could take a knife and slice somebody's throat. We're taking that a couple steps further in Killzone 3, and you can actually get up close to these enemies and perform kind of context-sensitive melees. So that makes it really nice, a really brutal kind of effect. This is it's the jetpack. This is what we did for Killzone Liberation, and this is in first person, obviously, and it's a hell of a lot of fun. There's a big mounted machine gun on the side. You never run out of bullets with that one, and you can just hop on from iceberg to iceberg, hop onto these oil rigs, and do lots and lots of destruction.
Can you explain the controls here?
Yeah, the controls are very straightforward. You use L1 trigger to just boost up, and then you can press X to boost forward in any direction to kind of dodge missiles or make longer jumps. And then you've got the R1, the regular kind of this is your fire button, and that will allow you to fire that big mounted machine gun. You can also throw grenades still using the R2. So basically everything that you know from the controls are still there. And it feels really intuitive to just jump around in these packs.
And how much boost are we talking about? Like 5 seconds worth of boost, or?
There's a good couple seconds. It's what happens is if you boost up, as soon as you kind of reach your maximum altitude, you slowly descend. So I think there's probably a good 5 seconds of flying every time. And of course, what you can do is climb up higher and higher. These oil rigs are really suited for that, so you can basically reach areas that you were never before able to reach, and then really just glide down on top of these enemies and while you're shooting the hell out of them. So it's a lot of fun.
If you guys want to ask questions of the developers of Killzone 3, you can send us an email at onthespot@gamespot.com. Guys, I have one from Asan from Copenhagen. He wants to know how many melee moves are they in Killzone 3?
Too many to mention.
No, we have a whole bunch, I guess about 7 in there now, where we're still adding variety as we go. So this is still pre-alpha code we're showing today.
What we'll do with all of these melees is they're context sensitive. So based on the environment that you're at, let me just get out of harm's way here, but if you're close to say this railing here, it'll scan the environment and it'll see that you're close to the railing. You can take the guy's head, bump him to it. If you're freestanding, you'll do a different kind of move. If you're close to a wall, you can actually kick him into the wall and then take him out. So there's all these kind of context-sensitive moves, and we're adding lots and lots of different ones. Each weapon will have different ones as well, so there's lots and lots of variety.
All right, let's take a few more. Dudley Rogers from Rockford. That might be in Great Britain. He wants to know how many new guns are there in Killzone 3. He wants to know about the guns.
That's a great question. So I think we can talk about the guns that are in this level, right? Steven already mentioned the minigun that you're fighting with on the intruder, and then later on the level there's the wasp gun, what we nicknamed the portable weapon of mass destruction. But we have a lot of variety in the game with a lot of different guns coming, inspired by Killzone 1, inspired by Liberation. But we'll keep a couple of surprises for later on in the year. How do you like that?
Rest assured, they will destroy things very nicely.
They will destroy things.
Yes, that's important. I would imagine the jetpack changes up combat a great deal and sort of puts a burden on your AI.
Not at all, actually. The aerial aspect of it, because the AI is aware of its environment, so they know how to scan the environment in all directions. So I wouldn't say they're as smart as a human being, but it's pretty close.
It's kind of the other way around. In Killzone 2 we had a lot more constrained levels, and in Killzone 3, since the scale of the levels you're playing in is so much bigger, we have a lot more opportunity to show off the AI that was already great in Killzone 2. It's the same AI but improved, and it gives you just a lot more freedom, and it's a much better showcase of the AI as we put it together.
All right, guys. Well, we saw a lot of destruction. We saw some jetpack. We see some puzzle solving here, and even more destruction. Thank you for being here. Killzone 3. Final question, of course. When can we expect to play it?
When you can expect to play it, it's here at E3,
yes,
right behind the GameSpot booth, and it will be in the stores in February of 2011.
All right, well, February can't get here soon enough, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Right now, it's time for a show report from the E3 2010 show floor from THQ. Check it out.